Mary shines as she prepares to head to Sweden to begin her Scandinavian tour with her husband, King Frederick. We also have Sophie, the Duchess of Edinburgh, heading out to Ukraine, and Queen Letizia at a military event, and Queen Rania on MSNBC wearing, needless to say, a rather strange looking outfit. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Royal Fashion News. My name is Brittany, and this is the best and worst dressed of the week, where we look at all the royal ladies, and I try to keep it to 10, and we do have 10 this week. 10 of, I think, are the best, and 10, I think, are the worst looks of the week. And of course, you are free to disagree. This is all in good fun. So if you guys want to subscribe for more of this content, feel free to do so. And let's go ahead and get started. So for our first best dress look of the week, we have Queen Letizia in Spain in this light blue suit with black accents, which I think is amazing. She is at a military event there that they sort of recognize the flag and everything. And so I think she looks incredible. Apparently the suit is Hugo Boss, and I'm not sure about the bag here. I'm getting this from Letizia Royal Fashion Look Twitter account, and it looks like, and I'm not sure about the bag there, but I feel like we've seen it before. But I think she looks absolutely incredible. I love the coloring here. I think the coloring just looks really, really amazing. It's very flattering. Last time we saw her in a suit, she looked great in red. We had another suit, though, not so good. But I think Letizia really, really does rock the suits incredibly well. And so I think this is another great event for her to rock that particular fashion. And this is an interesting event as well, because it is really a military event. So she is not in the military. And so she has to sort of reflect that, be very respectable, yet also not be really competing with the military uniform. So I think this is a very subtle, yet also highlighting ladylikeness in this look, which I think is really, really great. I do love her bag. And of course, she's still rocking the kitten heels. She's having a lot of issues with her feet recently. And so she is now rocking the kitten heels, which is not bad, except for the fact that her husband is 6'5". So he is very tall and she's on the shorter end, not too short, but she still has to compete with him in the height area, and that is a bit challenging, but I think she looks absolutely incredible here. So next on the worst dressed list, we have Grand Duchess Maria Teresa of Luxembourg, and she is meeting with the head of the General Hospital there in Luxembourg. And I just got to say, why, oh, why did you choose a shiny shirt, Maria Teresa? It's just not a particularly flattering look. And I think especially the shininess of the shirt, you got to be so careful with shine. You got to be. And so I just think it's kind of has this weird pleather texture to it. It's just very unflattering, I feel like. And you've got the pants as well. She's not really known for her great fashion sense, but I think this is definitely a miss here. So according to Royal Fashion Police, she is wearing a Dries Van Noten shirt and pants. So it is a coated jersey is what they say. And these are all new pieces. I think she would have been better with maybe older pieces. These are not particularly great. And I don't feel like shiny textures necessarily is always all that flattering on a woman who's a little bit heavier. Just my personal opinion, but I am not a fan of this look whatsoever. So next on my best dress list here is probably a bit of a surprise, but that is Sarah Ferguson, the Duchess of York, in this blue blazer from Smythe. And she has these Geox lace-up ankle boots. Now, I'm not totally liking the ankle boots with this outfit, but I actually really love the blazer. I think it's an incredibly flattering coloring on her. And sometimes the real big trick is just finding something that's really flattering. So I think the color here is absolutely fabulous. I think it really pops against her skin tone. So I give her mad props for this. This is actually the second Smythe jacket she's worn recently. So she seems to have taken a real liking to this brand. If you remember, Catherine, the Princess of Wales, has a couple of Smythe blazers. I also have one, and I do think they're absolutely amazing, especially the one they call the Duchess, because it has this great pocket feature in the back. And I think they're cut incredibly well. Like, it's amazing when you see a really well cut blazer. For women, it's just game changing. It totally is. So I think she looks incredible here. So I give mad props to Sarah, 2 thumbs up. All right, next on my worst dress list, and this is more because it seems like this should be an outfit you wear in the dead of winter rather than spring, and that is Queen Maxima of the Netherlands here in this particular outfit, and she's wearing Gianvito Rossi boots. I don't know the rest of the identification of the outfit, but this is a very solemn event, so I will say that. But it also feels like her entire outfit is very heavy. So this is the Memorial Day, the National Day of Remembrance there in Amsterdam. I was actually lucky enough to just be in Amsterdam. I happened to be there on May 4th. It was a total and complete accident. I was not planning that at all. So I will say I did like Maxima's look there better because me and my coworker, we stayed in the crowd. We watched the event because I was like, oh my gosh, the king and queen are going to be here because there was all this security and we didn't quite know why. We were only there in the country for about 24 hours and they told us, oh yeah, it's our Memorial Day. And so we're like, okay. So we went up to the central square because that's where I was trying to move us to. And they're like, oh, the event's coming. And I was like, this is awesome. So I thought the event itself was something I found deeply, deeply moving. And they are obviously deeply moved here. It's obviously raining as well. But I just think this outfit from Maxima is just so heavy. And let's see a different angle of it because it also is kind of weird. So from the side here, it almost looks like she has a jumpsuit on, but it doesn't look like that from the front. So I don't think she does. I think the slit is just kind of weird, but again, guys, I just am not liking this particular look at all. And yes, it seems like it's rather chilly, but also just seems like she is wearing this like December 11th or something rather than May 4th. So yes, it might be chilly there. Let's see what the temperature is like. So maybe that gives us an indication because it just seems like way, way too much. So it says right now that it's 51 degrees in Amsterdam. And earlier today, it was higher. It was almost up into the 60s. So this seems like a very weirdly over the top look. So in that respect, I don't really like it. I don't really feel like it fits the event very well. Yes, it's solemn. Yes, you do wear black. That is totally and completely appropriate. But I feel like she should wear something like this in the dead of winter rather than spring. You can wear black and have it be at least a little bit more springy than this, if that makes sense. So yeah, it's all a little much. So I would have to say this week, thumbs down for Max. So next on the best dress list, we have Queen Mary of Denmark observing the changing of the guard there at, I think, Frensborg Palace. And this is a palace up in the north where they spend the summer. And King Frederick would usually observe this. But since he was busy at the time, she did. And I love the simplicity of this look. I love the shoes. They're G&G Vito Rossi. I mean, they're so often are for the royal ladies. I love the skirt. I love the shirt. I even like the necklace a little bit. I love the balancedness of this look. I think Mary is one of my favorite royal ladies to watch because I feel like she has always great balance to her outfits. They almost always knock it out of the park. And I think this look is absolutely no exception. I love it. I think it's amazing. And I think it's a great summer look. I'm planning on doing like a whole summer royal look series or a couple of videos showing you guys how you can look a bit like a royal this summer. So look forward to that coming soon. So next on the worst dressed list, we have Queen Mathilde of the Belgians. And this look isn't necessarily super big. I also just really don't like it. I feel like in some way, the flowers just don't totally work. The fit doesn't totally work. And I just really think it's sort of dowdy. And we've seen her look so much better recently, especially in the white dress last week. I thought she looked incredible, or maybe the week before. But this week, I don't like this red and gray, but I'd usually like this color combination, but this week I just don't think it's all that flattering on her, although she is lovely. The fabric also seems really, really heavy here, and I feel like the flowers around the waistline sort of add more to the waistline rather than pulling waistline in, which is what your waistline should do. It should cinch in. That way you can kind of get that hourglass effect. And I don't think this dress really hits the bill there. And so I'm just going to have to give this one, I think, a thumbs down this week. And for those of you wondering, it is an E. Amund dress, Giorgio Armani clutch, and a Carolina Herrera beads earrings. So it's a look, but not my favorite for sure. All right, guys. So for my other best worst look of the week, so next in our finalists for the best dress of the week, we have a Princess Rajwa of Jordan, and she is expecting her first child with her husband, Crown Prince Hussein of Jordan. So this child may be the future heir to Jordan. We don't know quite yet, but I've got to say, I think her jumpsuit here, her denim jumpsuit, is absolutely adorable. It's a maternity jumpsuit, and I really love it. She was out shopping, and it is from Seraphine, which is really, really popular with the royal ladies for pregnant looks. And she's also walking around with a Bottega Veneta bag. And I like the pop of purple with the bag. And I just love the softness of the denim. I just think it's incredible. I love it. I think it's so incredibly, incredibly cute. Although we can't get sort of a great look here. This is from a video. And so you can kind of just see it's just kind of a great little number here that she has. And so I think it's one of my favorite looks of the week for sure. I just think she looks darling. I love it. The shape of the jumper is adorable. I mean, probably hard to get in and out of, but I think she looks absolutely amazing. So bravo to Princess Rajwa. And congratulations as well. So next on the worst dress list, I am sorry to say, is Zara Phillips Tindall with this suit here. It's a Seafin studio suit. So we have the blazer, we have the pants, the trousers, and the Aspinall of London bag. And I just don't really like this. I don't think she's looked so great recently. I just don't think this look is really there. It's not necessarily bad, but it's not something where I'm like, yeah, I really love this. It's just sort of there. I don't like the pattern. Again, I think it's dark and I'm looking forward to spring. So it's like, it doesn't have to be spring bright colors, but maybe more of something that's a bit lighter. This feels very, again, winter to me. So I know places in the UK are cold, but I think it's an opportunity to wear something that's a little bit funner since we're getting in May now. And so she is at the Windsor Horse Show. So next on our best dress list, we have Sophie, the Duchess of Edinburgh. Yes, so yes, she looks absolutely incredible here. I really, really do like this dress. And I like too, she is in Ukraine, which is obviously in the midst of war. But I like how she sort of meshed two things together, which is there's a dark underprint to the dress, yet overlaid are flowers. And so you get sort of a brightness here to it in an otherwise sort of darkish dress. So I think that really is good because she was meeting with survivors of violence within conflict, particularly those who have survived sexual assault and those sorts of things. And so I think it was a great moment for her to kind of meld the seriousness, yet also offering people a bit of hope in the fashion as well, which is great diplomatic dressing. And her dress is from Etro. It's new and she has a Sophie Habsburg clutch and Nicholas Sexton official pointed pumps. So this is a great look, one that she utilized to the best of her ability while she was in Ukraine. And I just think she looks incredible and amazing. So bravo, Sophie. So now, guys, my worst look of the week, and I have to give it to Queen Rania of Jordan, or Queen Rania. I've heard Rania as well. And I think this look is somewhat hideous. It is sort of ugly. So she is wearing an Adina Joyce draped overlap pin top in navy pinstripe. She has Louis Vuitton pants that are repeats and a Bottega Veneta bag and Jimmy Choo pumps. I just think this is ugly. Rania strikes me as somebody, and I've noticed this over time, that she's trying to be so up on fashion that she tends to sometimes look a bit ridiculous. And I think this outfit is a perfect example of that. You're trying to be rather edgy. You're also trying to be fit within the conservativeness of your country, which I totally understand. But the end result is you looking a little silly. And I think she looks a little silly here. This outfit is just all sorts of weird. It's just a bit too much, a bit too craziness going on. She's being interviewed on MSNBC, and I just have to give this a big thumbs down. I don't think sometimes trying to be so edgy always works, and I don't think it works here. So I just don't like this at all. I think this is a big miss for her. And so she gets the honor of being the worst dressed of the week. So for our best dressed of the week, I have to give it to Queen Mary of Denmark in this polka dot number. I love this. I love polka dots. Part of the reason why I'm wearing polka dots today is in honor of Queen Mary and this look. I love the light little belt that she has on there. The headdress is amazing. And so if you're curious, this dress is from Iris and Ink, Allison polka dot midi dress in navy. She has Gianvito Rossi pumps, and she has a Maggie Mowbray millinery hat there, which is from Scotland. Her father is Scottish, so I feel like that's a great nod to his heritage. And I think she looks absolutely wonderful and amazing in this look. And it's one of my favorites of the week for sure. And if you want a closer look, here we go. I just think she looks amazing. She is boarding the Dannebrog, which is the royal yacht of Denmark. And she is beginning her sort of summer, you could call it term or summertime, at a palace up north where the family stays for the summer. And then she is starting a tour of Scandinavia on Monday. So she'll be in Sweden and then later in Norway. And I am super excited for this tour. I think Mary will knock it completely out of the park. And I think this look is a great way to start that off. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this latest edition of Best and Worst. Let me know what you think of my picks and what were your best and worst looks of the week. I'd love to get your thoughts. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you soon. Bye.